This broadcast is brought to you by HTMRadio.com. HTMRadio.com. Parental discretion is advised.
This is the Honky Tonk Man, and for all of your merchandise needs, whether it be t-shirts, caps, hats, limited edition pint glass, which in our country is called a beer mug, you can get all those things at honkytonkman. Fuck that one up good. This is the Honky Tonk Man, and remember, for all of your merchandise needs, t-shirts, caps, hats, limited edition pint glass, which in our country over here in North America, it's called a beer mug, any and all of your merchandise, go to htmstore.com. That's htmstore.com for all of your merchandise needs. And if you want to get those things autographed, drop them in the mail, ship them to me. There will be a small fee. I haven't decided what it will be yet, but htmstore.com. And for photos, if you need autograph photos, don't forget honkytonkman.net. We have photos there. Send them over. They get autographed. And if you want to get one of those mini guitars, the ones like Honky Tonk Man bashes little kids with, that's at eBay, and it's listed under No Bumps as the seller. That's right, No Bumps, because that's me, the Honky Tonk Man. No Bumps at eBay.
Larry Zbyszko speaking as we speak.
Hi, Larry. You're live on Shake, Rattle, and Roll with the Honky Tonk Man.
Live. It's been much better than being on here dead. How you guys doing?
Doing great. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Where is the Honky Tonk Man?
HCM, you there? Okay.
Here I am. Yes, now I am.
Where did you go?
I had, I was so excited that, Larry, and with all this news we've had and all this Hulk Hogan nonsense going on and all the stuff going on in Florida, I had to go almost pee myself.
Well, wait a minute. You have to tell me what happened. Did I miss the scoop? I don't know what's going on because I just golf a lot and float in the pool. Well, what happened now? What's all the news you're talking about?
Well, apparently there was some guy in Port Richey, Florida, this past Saturday night who put this advertisement up, and my friend from the Netherlands sent it to me on like Friday afternoon, and I didn't know anything about it, but had my photo on it and said I was appearing in Port Richey for a Macho Man tribute show, and I got in touch with a guy, and he was skating all over the place about he didn't put the poster together, someone else did it, and it's been the big news in the Florida newspapers, and now it's going all over the world.
Well, isn't it amazing what happens on these indie shows? They put guys up, they don't even, I know.
Well, you'll have to listen on Facebook and listen to the phone conversation I had with the fella. I did, I was man enough to call him, and I did ask him why he would use my photo instead of John Cena or Undertaker or someone like that. And of course, I told him that Vince would have torn him a new asshole, and so I said, Vince's not the only guy that can hire a lawyer,
Oh yeah, there's lawyers all over the place.
Of course.
If you're on television, they beg you to take the case. So
of course, sir. But anyway, back to Larry. Larry Land is doing well.
Larry Land, yeah. Well, I'm in sunny Florida. I've been floating around the pool playing some golf. One of the movies I did, that Ultimate Deathmatch 3, came out with me and a bunch of other guys in it. And, went right to a DVD thing. It wasn't bad for a cheapo, thing. And then I got another movie coming out in a couple of months, a real movie called Dead by Friday. And maybe a pilot. So I may be a movie star here soon.
Well, gosh, you've achieved everything else in this career of yours that's lasted, 30? I don't give away your age, but
37, yeah. Well, you know what, though? Hey, I'm 59, and I think I'm 25, but I look like I'm 30. I haven't changed.
You're in the best shape of anyone, and the last time I saw you, I told you, and I told everyone else, I said, Larry looks the same all the time. I've never seen him.
I'm a freak of nature.
I guess you're a freak of something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's living down in that. You're down around Orlando or somewhere, right?
Oh, tropical paradise. Hey, if it wasn't for money, I would never leave the state of Florida.
Well, of course, but what's going on with that Casey Anthony stuff down there?
Oh my God, I'm so sick of hearing it. You know what? I'll tell you what's going on with the Casey Anthony stuff. This is going to be heavy duty, but don't get me started on this. But obviously, as we approach the alignment of 2012 and our economy collapses and World War III's, getting built up in the Middle East, and now they're rioting in Greece. I mean, the whole system's crumbling. And so everything being over the oil and the dollar, with all the things getting ready for war and all that stuff. The news rams idiocracy like Casey Anthony down everybody's throats so they don't talk about anything important. They're not talking about the meltdowns that are still going on in Japan. They're not talking about the volcanoes that are going on. They're not talking about the comet coming by this September. They don't want anybody to know what's really going on, so they make you listen to Casey Anthony like anybody gives a shit. So it's part of idiocracy of what's going on in the world.
Yeah, you're right. How they can switch the heat so fast, and
yeah, I mean, forget the nuclear reactors, and they're poisoning all the waters, and the fish are all going to die. Get cancer. Don't worry about that. Casey Anthony's on trial. Ta-da! Who gives a shit?
Yeah, but you're a fan of lots of sports and different things, and Roger Clemens, the trial after all this time and effort ends in a mistrial.
Well, yeah, I don't watch TV. So is he the guy that was supposedly fibbing about steroids?
Yes, well, I mean, of course Hogan did that too, but they didn't bring him up in front of Congress.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the story is. I mean, the whole thing's so silly. It's like, back in the 80s, and it was a kind of a different story. I don't even know if they were illegal. A lot of guys were on roids. If you weren't on roids, you couldn't compete in pro sports. Everybody else was on roids.
Of course, everyone.
Yeah, so it's not like they're bad, but it's just like,
even Matilda the dog was on them.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, we're all smart now to that. So what's the big deal? Again, this world has lost its mind, Honky Tonk. Everything is the most ridiculous absurdity you could think of, and they go, hey, don't worry about the end of the world. Casey Anthony's innocent. Let's try it.
Larry, you got this thing going now, you and Scott Hall, and in fact, give Scott my regards and everything, and I hope he's doing well. You guys are driving down the highway and just shooting video, having fun. Now, what are you guys calling that show you're doing?
Well, you know what? That was Scott's idea. And Scott kind of goes in and out of phases. So he was doing this last call with Scott Hall, and we were kind of helping him out in some things because, we want to help the guy. And so he wound up hanging out here and shooting some of the last calls. But he hasn't done any lately. I miss him. You guys need to do some more. The one I think started it all off was you and the Chris Jericho thing. Oh, that came later. Yeah, they just got me at the wrong day. It's just silly. These little.
Well, there's only one.
He was so upset he couldn't sell a T-shirt. You can't sell a T-shirt because you're not over, you little short bastard. Jesus Christ. I mean, talk about a guy that should be kissing Vince's butt for a break.
You can say ass. You can say ass on this show. This is internet radio.
Join Kiss the Ass Club. I mean, Jericho should be first in line.
But
lucky break. But because of more. And then someone else told me he knocked Billy Graham. I mean, someone said he's reading his, the guy's book, and he just sounds like a complete, asshole.
Why would he want to call himself the living legend when there's only one living legend?
Well, it didn't make sense. I mean, why not call himself the Nature Boy? Why not the American Dream?
Yeah, exactly. What? That's what I say about guys using guitars. Why do they want to pick on me?
Yeah, what's the difference? I mean, it could have easily, anyway, it just didn't work out. But I even tried to work with him, and I said, hey, okay, have it your way. And So nothing happened, but, they hate me more probably. So
That's okay. Listen, the more they hate you,
care.
the better it is. I'm telling you, the more hatred they have towards you. Look, you just said it. The more they talk and hate this Casey Anthony, the more coverage you get.
Yeah, and just watch
anyway, there's a fella that wants to speak with you. It's not, we don't do ambush radio here, so don't worry. And Steve, can you get him on?
Yeah.
He's kind of a blast from the past for you. Not
a blast
so far
from the past. Is this
not
like a surprise?
Yeah, not so far from the past. I mean, it's
Oh.
only been a few.
I'm not that old, brother.
Well, I know. We're about you and I are about the same age, maybe.
Well, 59, but
Hey, it just starts at 59. You get all the Viagra you want.
Really? Really?
Now they give you steroids.
Now my kids are finally grown up, so I don't got to worry about them anymore. They're gone, so now I can live happily ever after.
So, Steve, can you make that call, or is he calling us?
Yeah, let me just put the call through now. Just adding the call.
I'll talk to Larry real quick about going to the doctor. Now you can get steroids from the doctor.
What? You don't need them anymore. They got this stuff Morphoplex, Morphoplex.com. I've been taking that for years, and it's great. It works just like the Roids, but natural.
I haven't tried any of that stuff.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Luke Williams.
Yep. Honky, how's it going?
You're on the phone with Larry Zbyszko from Larry Land.
Are we on? Larry, are you there? Are we on the show?
There. Yes, I am.
How you doing, mate?
Guest of honor.
You're the guest of honor. How are you, mate?
Yes. I'm doing good, mate. How you doing, mate?
I'm hanging in there. On the road, mate. On the road.
Where you at?
I'm in Nashville at the moment. I've been working around this area for the last 2 weeks.